Well, welcome way back. Dear Lord, it has been over a month since my last full form content, or like full length piece of content on YouTube. I apologize for that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get more consistent. It's gonna be great. Yeah, lots happened, man. Switched gyms, not for any personal reason or like any negative reason. It was literally just because the gym I was working out at is a little further away than one I found. It's literally right on my way to work and on my way home, and it has more equipment, a lot of old school stuff too, which is really cool. It's kind of more like a health and fitness club more than kind of just a smaller little hometown gym. So the vibes are definitely different. I really miss a lot of the people I worked out with, over or shared the space with, I should say, over at my other gym. But I still have that membership. I'm gonna at least keep it till after Thanksgiving, just because this gym, it is staffed and is not 24 hours. Both gyms are staffed, but this one is like staff is always there. It's not a 24-hour gym. So I have shoulders and arms on Thanksgiving, and so I'm gonna at least get that workout in over at the other gym, and then after that, at that point, I really won't have other holidays I can work out and at the basement gym, stuff like that. So there's kind of not a huge need for me to keep that membership anymore, unfortunately. Yeah. Anyways, so what do we got here? Had a long weekend. And that's, again, just personal stuff with traveling and all that kind of stuff. But we are back on track now. Yeah. So, what does that look like? Well, let's get into it. Okay. Definitely holding some water. I've had one off-plan meal in the last couple weeks, so I was feeling pretty dang tight, but I had to do a bunch of driving the last couple of days for a wedding. Again, holding on to a bunch of water from an off-plan meal I had on my way home last night. The wife and I got Chipotle, and just one of those things where it just kind of, I can just feel it on my body. My digestion's still off. Body's trying to catch up, get back into its normal routine. Kind of everything just slowed down. You know what I mean? Everything just totally slowed down just from sitting in the car, a bunch, and just not being in my normal routine and all that timing-wise. So today is hopefully the last day. Well, not hopefully, it will be the last day where we're a little bit off as far as timing and stuff like that goes. So now we're into it. So we're rocking and rolling. Anyways, so push day. Yes, push looks a little bit different, but great all the same, and we're gonna absolutely get in there and crush it. What do we got? We're gonna start with the fly movement. I did high to low flies last time, last week in this session. I kind of didn't really like it that much, to be honest with you. So I'm either gonna do an incline cable fly or an incline dumbbell fly. One of the two. I really, again, I just didn't like it. It just didn't feel spectacular. Didn't feel how I wanted it to feel, So, yeah. And then after that, we have a flat machine press. After flat machine press, we will have a low incline Smith press. And then after low incline Smith, we have, let's see, we have a machine. Is it a machine side lateral? After that. And then some triceps, cross-body extensions, I believe. And then that's it. I know it sounds crazy. It doesn't sound like a lot, because it's not. It's really not. I might throw in a little bit of calves. Tide's just going to depend on the timing. I got to drop a package off in a couple hours, though, so I should be good. But, yeah, because I have shoulders and arms now, I really don't do a ton of side delt volume. Basically, today's all about getting in some decent chest volume. Just in this push session alone, I believe we have, 7 working sets of chest. And then in my other push session, we have another, 6. So I'm still at kind of the upper end in a week. I mean, the way my training block works, training week works, is it's more it's an 11-day split now, with throwing in those shoulders and arms days and having to adjust rest around that. And I really like it, to be honest with you. I'm excited about the gym, big time, much more motivated than I was recently. So I've been loving it. I did a full week of this split already, or a full training week of this split already, and really enjoyed it, really liked it. Recovery seems to be in a pretty good spot as well. Now, again, I did have to adjust. I had one extra rest day thrown in there for driving. So I did a hamstring and glute workout when I was down south, and then for the 2 days after that, had rest days. So it is a little funky. But yeah, today's not a super, super long workout, especially once we like get into it and get warmed up and get ready to rock and roll. But yeah, so definitely mainly chest focused. With the way I would kind of put it is my push sessions right now are much more tailored towards, we do have a, we do have a neutral grip, call it a machine shoulder press, but I kind of consider it more like upper chest and shoulders, like front delts. We do have that before machine side laterals. Sorry. Yes. So yeah, we do have 2 more sets of, I would say, a pretty even split between direct front delt work and a little bit more upper chest. So yeah, so I knew I was forgetting something. Like I didn't think it was 5 exercises. I'm pretty sure it was 6. That's why. So anyways, yeah, so definitely my push sessions right now, mainly chest focused, like very much so. Like think of it as like chest days with a little bit of front and side delts and triceps, because with shoulders and arms I get a lot more volume for just direct tricep work there. So that's kind of how it evens out and works. So anyways, all right, I'm gonna head in there, get rocking and rolling, and I will catch you guys for the first, the top set, I should say, of my first movement, which again is just gonna be some sort of incline fly variation. Again, if I can fit the bench back in the cables, I'll do that. If not, I'll just do incline dumbbells and we'll rock and roll from there. So I'll catch you for that top set coming at you right about now.
All right, so starting out with an incline cable fly, getting that nice deep stretch, getting that nice contraction at the top. I tightened up my elbow just a little bit on my second and third sets, meaning like I kind of had more of, I don't want to say a 90-degree angle in the elbow, but kind of just hitched the hand a little bit closer towards where, the elbow would be, meaning like I just brought my hands in a little bit more, seemed to connect with the upper chest just a little bit better, kind of turned them in a little bit more and brought them in just a little bit more. So in the next time we run this session, you'll be able to potentially see a little bit of a difference. We did 3 sets here, of course, post mobility and chest warm-up work, and I'll tell you, as I watched this footage back, I was looking full-blown bloat lord in this bad boy. Again, a couple days of travel, couple days of 12 hours of driving and a weekend of being not off my schedule too much, but just a little bit definitely aided to that. I noticed that I dropped quite a bit of water already, even just from this session, to the next day, which is today when I'm doing this voiceover. So, but yeah, 3 working sets there of incline cable flies. Then we have a slightly converging chest press here. I love this one because with the free motion ones, it does still require you to stabilize this machine a little bit, and we're already maxing this bad boy out. In fact, I added my gym pin, which weighs 5 pounds, and then an additional 5-pound plate. We were able to rep match this bad boy, so 10 pounds heavier from the previous week with arguably as clean of form, maybe even better. So top set 8 here. Dropped the weight a little bit and did a back off set of 10, so 2 total sets. Then we did our low incline Smith. You can see here, we're just gonna control the weight on the way down. We're gonna touch the chest and come back up. Remember, not bouncing off the chest, guys, but we just want a quick touch on the chest and go from there. So again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy here, but again, having to kind of rebuild the strength on this movement, putting this third in my session at this point. We already got 5 sets of chest in. This was one I was doing first for a while, so kind of just rebuilding the logbook with that and going from there. But felt good though. Then have a neutral grip shoulder press, which I think is great for both the front delts and also for that top line, that upper chest for sure. Really, really like this one. Drive the elbows down far enough, guys. Remember, we're not trying to just get to 90 with this one. We want to make sure we drop those elbows past 90 degrees, drive up through the upper chest and the front delts, and go from there. So 2 working sets on this bad boy as well, and was able to, I believe, add a rep from the previous week, so that was good with, again, comparable form, if not better. Then machine side laterals. I've been doing this one with my hands on the grips, and I talk about this in the outro as well, those little handles on there. Today, I went back to kind of how I prefer to do that, so it did, I did have to use a little bit less weight, nothing too crazy, but about 20 pounds less on this bad boy. And then, was able to increase the range of motion quite a bit with the straight arm like that, and felt a lot better for sure. So we did 3 working sets here. Remember, not a ton of side delt work, guys, with my new split having a full-blown shoulders and arms day. Our push sessions are definitely mainly focused on chest more than anything else right now. So, so again, mostly chest, a little bit of side delts, and right here, little bit of triceps. So because of changing gyms, I have access to some new equipment, and one of my favorite movements that I've been doing with access to new equipment is this crossbody tricep extension. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. I'm laying on the bed. doing this voiceover, so it's probably not the smartest of decisions for sure. But yeah, phenomenal stuff here, guys. Really enjoy this crossbody extension. I really like it a lot, and it felt really good. For sure. I connect really well with this one for the most part. So anyways, yep, 3 working sets here, and that was the session. That was it. Pretty simple stuff. Again, mainly chest focused in these push days, and so that's about it, guys. Everything between like 6 and 12 reps for sure. See you in the outro.
Push a session in the books. Absolutely phenomenal stuff, guys. Awesome workout. Absolutely loved it. Every rep of every set felt awesome and on point. It's exactly everything and more you'd want out of a push session, no doubt about it. And a great way to get back into it as well. Great way to get back into uploading to YouTube and what have you. I'm doing a little challenge, mind you. Okay, I'm doing a little challenge. And this challenge is going to entail, and it sounds silly, but I've never really seen anybody do this before. And so I'm going to kind of run down my idea with you guys. And it's just exciting for me. It's extra motivating. It's something new. It's something fresh, whatever. And, you know, it's one of those things where, again, I've never really seen anybody do this. I don't think, at least not in this particular space. So I just want to try it. So I'm going to be working with ChatGPT, AI. Okay, I'm a big fan of certain uses of AI, not all of them. I think people depend a little bit too much on AI and, you know, the internet and just not actually going out and developing things on your own, sure. But this one in, like, you know, in the world we live in, I want to use AI as a tool, and I want to kind of like build out a little bit of a series as I continue to, you know, get closer and closer to prep season for my next show. This series is going to be 60 days. It's going to be 60 days starting today, the day of this upload. Okay, 60 days of working with the recommendations that ChatGPT gives me to boost and grow my YouTube and social media as much as possible. Okay, so I'm going to give myself 60 days. I'm going to still upload after that, like on TikTok and YouTube and all that kind of fun jazz. But I am going to give myself 60 days to track and prepare and get ready. You know, and upload and do whatever I have to do. I don't know, track and prepare and get ready. I don't really know what that even, I have no idea what I'm referencing there. Again, rewind it. Moral of the story, I'm going to give myself 60 days to try to grow my social media as much as possible. I just want to see how much, based off of the recommendations that AI has for me and like where my channel's at right now and all that kind of fun stuff and like what my content is. Like, I'm going to be very specific in working with AI and like being very specific to like, yeah, like I have this, you know, exact amount of subscribers, and here's how often I can upload, and here's what my content usually entails. What can I do to bring my content, you know, from this to growing it as much as possible in the next 60 days? What can I do to really drastically improve my social media, grow my social media in 60 days? So I'm excited about it. Again, it's day 1 of 60. Just think it's kind of interesting. A little social AI experiment. See if AI is right. I don't know. You know what I mean? See if it's right, or see if I do this for 60 days straight of exactly what it recommends and I don't grow at all or barely any or whatever. Maybe just a little bit compared to what it, you know, compared to, you know, what it set out for me to grow, or for what it, you know, how much it set out for me to grow. Sorry, my head is still like behind. I feel like I still left my brain in South Carolina, so I'm like out of it a little bit. But yeah, again, moral of the story, working with AI to see how much I can grow my social media in 60 days and like tracking that and being accountable for it and literally doing exactly what it says for 60 days or what it recommends for 60 days. You know what I mean? And going from there, see what I can accomplish. So who knows, man? It'll be an interesting little experiment. I'm excited for it. And again, it's just, I'm going to still upload. I'm going to still do my normal stuff, be more consistent. And now it kind of holds me accountable to being really consistent, because I would assume if I tell it, yeah, like realistically, if I really set aside the time, I could upload every day. It's probably going to be like, yeah, upload every day. So we'll see. We'll see what it has to say, see what it recommends, and we'll go from there. So anyways, again, guys, awesome session. Love these new machines. Finally starting to like get locked in with progressing them as well. You know what I mean? Like, okay, it's like I got the bar paths down, and like, you know, kind of got the feel for the machines, like these newer machines better. Because it's an adjustment when you do them for like the first time, you know, the first couple times. You know, it's an adjustment, no doubt. So I am excited to you know, be be where I'm at with that and be growing and progressing with that and getting stronger. Kind of had to revamp the logbook a little bit, because I changed up exercise order and selection and what have you, and angles were a little different, machines were different, what have you, a lot of what have yous there. So I just had to change things, kind of reset the logbook a little bit. Now it's time to continue to chip away, and we are. Everything improved that I had in the logbook last time. The only thing that I wouldn't say that it didn't improve, it's just I changed how I did it, was the machine side laterals, because I was doing them with bent arms and like holding onto a handle and kind of like forcing the weight up that way, and it was like really, really ripping on my left shoulder, especially, and just my shoulders in general. It was kind of just, I was like herking the weight up a little bit more than I was controlling it. And today I did it straight arm, so I did have to lower the weight a little bit compared to that. But if anything, I would say because I did it better and connected with the muscle more, that was progress, in and of itself. So, But anywho's, that's all I got, man. That is all I got. So if you have not already, again, now is the time, guys. Make sure you definitely hit that subscribe button. I think this journey of like this day 1 of 60 of like working with AI recommendations and just seeing how much my channel and social media can grow. Like, again, who knows? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I've worked with AI with teaching and stuff, and not that I have it like write my tests or anything. I think that's ridiculous. But like, in creating smaller assignments or recommending, different like pieces of information I can tie into a topic or what have you, and it saves me a little bit of time for research. Like anybody, can use that kind of stuff and should use that stuff to a small extent. Don't abuse it and don't rely on it. Don't become too, dependent on it. But I'm just curious to see if it recommends these, I don't know, things that I haven't thought of, secret little things, or these just like blatant things that I haven't done that I just plug in and rock with for 60 days straight. And my social media blows up. We'll see. We'll see, man. I'm just ready for a resurgence. I'm ready. I can feel that I like need to like get back on the Natty teacher train and, get back to the consistent uploads. I'm really starting to plug in everything in my life. Like my diet's gone great. I'm very rarely having anything off plan at this point now. Like once a week is like the most. Now it's like, even in the off season, I would say it's closer to once every week and a half, 2 weeks that I'm having something off plan. And, just things are like, things are clicking right now. Training's going really good. So, I'm excited to have a little bit of a Natty teacher renaissance of sorts. So again, definitely hit that subscribe button, follow along. It's going to be a 6 series. If you liked the video, make sure you drop it a like. That'd be sweet. If you really liked it, maybe even give it a share. That would be even better. I don't know about even better, but equally as great. And if you have any comments, questions, feedback for me, again, make sure you drop those down in the comment section below. When I see them, I absolutely will respond to them. And guys, if you need anything, hey, shoot me a message on Instagram, on TikTok, just at the Natty Teacher, all lowercase. If you have like a personal question or a question you don't want posted publicly, anything like that or what have you, or if you want to inquire about coaching, whatever it may be, my social media is, definitely the spot to reach me at, again, Instagram and TikTok and what have you. It's definitely the spot, especially Instagram. Give me a follow while you're there for sure if you don't already. Yeah. I am, again, guys, I like to think that I'm pretty good at it, and I create them all organically, diet and training plans. $50, man. One time fee, $50 right off the top. You can just hit me up through Cash App, Venmo, whatever. Obviously, I'm not going to share that information publicly. If you decide to you don't want to work with me and get a training or diet plan for the new year, always start before the new year, man. Everybody wants to wait till the new year to start now. You know what I mean? Get prepared. You have your fun on Thanksgiving or whatever, but like you can still go to the gym before Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving. I'll be at the gym on Thanksgiving in the morning. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do, man. No doubt. But yeah. So, anyways, I'm yapping at this point. I'm yapping. But again, if you do want to inquire about my coaching, or if you would like to work with me one-on-one for like month-to-month coaching, or again, if you just want a training or diet plan, $50 each. Again, it's something you can follow for the rest of your life if you wanted to. You know what I mean? Like $50 for the rest of your life, or $50 for, I can promise you, wherever you're at, I can help you get better. $50 is a steal. Again, I know diet plans, people sell diet plans for, $3, $5, $100+ which is fair. I think that's fair too. I just don't have the reputation. You know what I mean? I'm not reputable, so I'm not going to BS and say like, I'm this Mr. Olympia diet planner. I'm not. I'm, a natural classic physique competitor. who is hoping to do a lot better than I did in my last show, even though I didn't do bad, but definitely can do better. And have, been working out now for over 12 years, and I just love it. And I've created a lot of training and diet plans for other people, and I'm just good at it. I like it. It's enjoyable to me. My brain clicks really well with that kind of stuff. So, anyways, yeah. So that's all I got, guys. Above everything else, most importantly, God bless. Hopefully the series that I'm talking about makes sense and I wasn't overly confusing. Again, I feel like my brain hasn't recalibrated with all the driving and just busyness that I've had these last couple days. It's just life, man. It's life. It's not very often your best friends get married, so it's it was a great experience. So definitely worth having my brain not catching up yet, for sure. And an awesome training session today. So, anywho's, yeah, man, that's all I got. So again, most importantly, God bless, and from myself, the Natty teacher, and the entire Natty family, this episode of Road to Natty Pro, one of many more to come, is out. I will catch y'all on the next one.